All right, it's late morning, and welcome to a late edition of Morning Brew. How is everyone this morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time of day it is where you are? And let's see here. I have Yvette in the chat. And good evening to you, Yvette. How are you? Let me go ahead and send Yvette a private message. And there we go. Of course, it took about a minute to actually get StreamYard to go live once I click go live. But hey, other than that, things are going well. And yes, I have Yvette in the backstage. Good evening, Yvette.
Good evening, Captain Sir.
How are you?
I'm
doing
great.
Good to hear.
Yeah, and you all right?
Yes.
I heard you had. I caught you at the beginning. You'd had a 25-minute lie-in. That's a woohoo, as far as I'm concerned, for anyone. And let me tell you, you didn't miss anything on the philosophy hour. You actually missed Krish, and I am not kidding you here. He got cross. Krish actually got cross.
Really?
Yeah, that is how bad this podcast was. I mean, I was losing it as per normal, as I do every philosophy hour, because of the crap that comes out of these people's mouths. But holy mother of God, this one was unbelievable.
Well,
yeah.
Unfortunately, oh yes, of course. Unfortunately, I had to take my medicine, and the one that actually puts me to sleep. And of course, it takes about a half hour to do that before it knocks me out. And
I really could have done with some of that last night.
Unfortunately, I had to take that about a half hour before going live.
Oh, don't worry. Honestly, you were safer where you were. Trust me. Never heard so much dribble in all my life. But the fact that Krish actually got cross, and Krish never gets cross. So, yeah, mind-blowingly, these people live in bubbles on other dimensional planes. Oh, dear.
Oh, I agree. I agree completely. Let me see here. Need to take care of something. I got somebody backstage. Just 1 second. There we go. And I've got this tweeted out, I think. Unfortunately, only takes once or twice to do, because sometimes it goes, bleh, screw you. And let me do this. I got somebody, like I said, I know I got somebody, but it already went through, thank God. It only takes once or twice to do it. This time it only took once. I can go backstage and figure out who's there. Okay, got it.
Professor.
Good morning.
Good morning, Captain Trek. Good afternoon, or is it evening now for you?
That would be evening for Yvette.
It is. I've got 5 minutes and then I'm slapping steaks on the grill.
Oh, that sounds yummy.
Yeah, ribeye steaks tonight.
Oh, I love ribeye steaks. You're making me hungry.
Sorry.
That's okay. I hope you enjoy them. Oh, and Cap muted for a sec. You okay, Cap?
Oh, yeah. I had to sneeze and cough at the same time.
Oh, I hate that.
So, needless to say, didn't want to do that do that without muting. Had a second to do that. And good morning, not Ryan Johnson. How are you?
Hey, not Ryan Johnson.
Oh yes, and hello, Eli Hoo.
Eli, hoo 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 hoo. Sorry,
Greetings, Eli Hugh. And it's good to see you, not Ryan Johnson.
Ow! Lovely morning. Lovely.
Oh dear.
Cap, I just want to come on and let everyone know that there will not be a show for History with R&R today.
Ooh, not good. Hopefully things go better.
I appreciate that. Rambling's having some issues today, so don't know when we'll have the show. Maybe next Monday. But
well, hopefully things will get better. Maybe have it later in the week. Who knows? Don't know what's going on with you all, but
Rambling's got some issues going on right now, so hopefully that'll get resolved. But if you will, just send some good thoughts out toward Rambling Canuck.
Absolutely.
I think he needs them right now. So.
And hey, Kronos, what's going on?
Hey, Kronos.
Hello, Kronos.
Haven't seen you in a couple of days, or have I? I don't remember.
He's been stalking me all weekend. So
I know Kronos has been busy on Discord.
I haven't even paid attention to Discord in a couple of days. In fact, the other day I hadn't opened it in a couple of days. It's like I open it and it's like I have messages.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
So
yeah, Kronos, Rambling is a little under the weather, so hopefully he'll be better soon. Don't know exactly what's going on. I just know that he's not able to stream today.
hopefully it's something that will be quickly gotten over. That's.
Well, thank you, Cap. Appreciate that.
So, Professor, have you heard from Andrea at all?
Very little. The last time I heard from her directly was last Tuesday. I know she was on Bird's channel briefly Friday afternoon.
All right.
So, I don't know what's up with Andrea. I know she was on Discord yesterday, not posting anywhere that I know of, but her icon was lit up as being online.
All right. Well, just curious. Yes, it's been a while since she's messaged me as well, so I was curious.
Oh, I know she's been very busy. She's got a huge project going on down in Costa Rica, and she's been in the States this past week. She came back for her second COVID shot.
All right. Well, you know more.
Oh, that's right. That's right. She was talking about before about coming back for the second COVID shot. So I'd forgotten about that.
Yeah, she flew back. I think it was last Tuesday, in fact, Tuesday or Wednesday.
Because I remember at the time she said she was going to have to fly back for it, and I, it's not like I put it on my calendar. Oh, this is when she's going to have to fly back. So
yeah, I didn't know until she said, "I'm flying back today," and that was last Tuesday.
And of course, Kronos says, "Don't worry, Captain Trek. I wasn't messaging you." Well, thank you, Kronos. I think.
Well, Captain, I'm sorry. It's been 10 minutes, and I've really got to
ma'am.
get.
I know.
I
know you need to go. No, there's no need to apologize. I'm sorry, you have a life you've got to live. You.
I would happily stay and chat. You know I would.
I know you
I
would.
hate cooking.
I know you'd rather be doing just about anything other than cooking.
Yep.
So
But
that
I will be listening along. I'm not professional or anything when it comes to the stuff.
Of course,
No, my mother's a retired chef. That's who I'm cooking for. Nightmare. Right. Okay.
Cooking
well,
for a retired chef, not an easy job.
It isn't.
I'm sure it isn't.
No. Right. Well, I'll be in the chat and listening anyway. Have a great stream, Captain, and I'll see you later, I'm sure.
Of course.
Take care, Yvette, and enjoy your. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner.
Yes. All right.
Take care of yourself, Yvette.
Oh, I will. And you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, Kronos, you're more than welcome to come on. I know you don't have a mic, but just saying.
Oh, he has a mic. He's just fibbing.
Yes, she turned into a lurker. That she's gonna have to take lessons from you, Kronos. So if you haven't taught her, go ahead and teach her some stuff.
I don't know if that's a good idea, Kronos teaching her to be a lurker.
Well, actually, I know somebody who can teach her, and that would be Polly, Latino Slant, who came onto the chat yesterday because of somebody that was on the stream. It was so funny. All of a sudden, backstage, Polly. It's like, yeah.
I like Polly.
Oh, absolutely.
He's very calming, very articulate, and funny.
Absolutely. Of course, this was one of the times I had to actually. I'm going to have to go to somebody to make like a short little clip, because at this point everybody was talking all at once. Polly was on, and of course I had to boost his up to 200% because he always talks soft.
Yes, he does.
Soft spoken, and so I had to boost him up to 200 in order to even be close to being heard.
Good morning, or should I say afternoon, Thomas Potts. And it is mornings here.
And yes, it is still technically morning at 11:15.
Yes, indeed.
And you'll notice that the icon or the background I used was a different version.
I did notice that, Cap.
That was a secondary version that Yitza had created.
Kronos Polly is Latino Slant.
And good morning or afternoon. I don't remember where you are, not Ryan Johnson.
Hello. It's just kicked into afternoon where I'm at. I'm on the East Coast.
Greetings, not Ryan Johnson.
Hello,
welcome.
Professor. Oh, I jumped in because I was listening in yesterday when Paulie jumped into the stream, and it was just out of control. Too many people trying to talk over each other.
Oh, yes.
And I remember I had written in, I was like, one at a time, people.
I know. One at a time, people. One at a time. Yeah.
Yeah, on the YouTube stream. I'm sorry, Cap.
Go.
On the YouTube stream, it's hard to hear when multiple people are talking. It's a little better here on StreamYard.
Yeah, that's true. Very true. But it's, everybody, everybody should get used to just, trying to get their minutes worth of talking and then stop, which is hard for a lot of people, I think, because it's once you get rolling and somebody questions what you're saying, they want to jump back into that and defend it. too quickly instead of waiting until the whole that part of the conversation comes back. You know,
No, I know what you're saying.
I think some people get a little too excitable.
And some people have a hard time just talking, finding a spot to talk, even though there are spots.
Yep, absolutely.
So you do have both ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a little disappointed. I was going to show off my new mugs this morning on History with R&R, but I can't do it because we're not streaming today.
Ooh.
I bought 3 mugs about a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
I got a History with R&R mug. I got a Locutus of Doom mug. And then I got the memorial mug for Admiral.
Oh, that's awesome.
Definitely.
Yeah. I wanted to especially get the one for Admiral because that one's going away at the end of the month. So there's just a few days left if you still want to get it. That one's on Rambling Canucks e-store. His Stream Elements store.
Yeah, that is, unfortunately going to be going away at the end of the month. I know that there are going to be people that are upset they're not able to get it, but it's a limited thing.
But here's my Admiral of Doom mug. I got some bad reflections going on, so
Here, let me
I see
make it a little easier. Change the setup quick. There it is.
pull it away a little bit.
Oh yeah.
So it came Saturday along with the other 2 mugs. I got a T-shirt coming too. It's History with R&R.
And good morning, Crimson Mist. Where I know it's still morning where Crimson Mist is.
And then this is the original History with R&R that's on Admirals. And I'm sorry if you're hearing banging outside. It's the trash being picked up.
It sounded more like a vacuum than anything else.
Okay. Well, there's a lot of boom, boom going on too. So.
Oh yeah.
So one of the reasons I like being in the office is like hardly anybody in the building.
Now, Admiral Store is going to stay up. I know that Paula's going to keep it up and running. So any merchandise that you want on Admiral Store is still available and will be available. The only one that's not going to be available is the memorial mug that's on Rambling's store. So you've got about 3.5 days for that one yet.
That's a good reminder. I just jumped in and ordered
4.5 days, excuse me.
I just jumped in and ordered the memorial mug. Thanks for the reminder.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure Rambling will be appreciative of that.
Of course. And also check out his other merchandise as well, because obviously he's got other merchandise there.
Yes, he does. Yes, merchandise with the new History with R&R logo on it, as well as some for his own channel, Rambling Canuck.
And hopefully his health will get better so that he will be able to do more both for the History with R&R and his channel. I know that he had been wanting to do more of the what did he call that?
Alternate history.
Alternate history. Yeah.
And I know he's been doing that on his channel. He has like 3 videos up for that, 2 or 3.
I know he'd been wanting to do more, but obviously health comes first. So, yeah.
Right. He just started that about 3 weeks ago, so I think he's doing rather well with it.
Oh, yeah. He talked about at one point doing 1 or 2 a week, and so far, yeah, it's been 3 weeks. So it's, yeah. But,
and he wanted to keep that off of History with R&R. He wanted to keep History with R&R about real events and keep the alternate history lines on his own channel.
Which is completely understandable.
Yes. Now, I hear the vacuum going too. It must be coming from somewhere else. It's not coming from here.
Hold on, let me mute for a second.
Yes, it stopped.
I don't know. It might be the fan from my laptop, possibly.
Wow,
It's
that's pretty loud.
Oh, hold on. I gotta drop out real quick. I got a call coming, a work call coming in. I'll try to jump out in a bit. Bye.
And later in life, yes,
you can shrink my box.
Oh, on, not wanting to exit. Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
So,
bye, Eli Hugh. Have a good shower.
I was actually getting on, expecting to be on for about a half hour or so, and then letting people know to go over there, but because I had set things up before, I thought, okay, no big deal. Nobody will be on. Because this is after you'd already said that that Rambling was pushing it back. So I thought, okay, cool. Nobody will be on. I'll go on. That way I can be on about a half hour or so, send people over there, no big deal. Otherwise, it would have been like, oh, I'm going to set it up for a half hour before it starts. No, that didn't make me an asshole.
Well, things didn't quite work that way, but that's all right. Thomas Potts, if we had a mug with all the rules on it, that would be one huge mug.
That would probably be one of the mugs that Garfield uses.
I don't even think the huge mugs that Anti-Trucker uses could fit all the rules on it.
Oh, no. I'm talking one of those, I only have one mug a day, as he's pouring a pot of coffee into this mug, which fits at least, 10, 12 pots of coffee.
Exactly. And Kronos, I'm glad you did not go blind.
You're funny, Kronos. You're funny. But
Kronos says he's no buddy and very much on. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe I don't want to know what that means.
I knowing Kronos, I guess not. Kronos says, I don't need coffee. Well, good for you.
I don't need coffee either, and I can go days without it, but I prefer not to go without it. Because it's just too damn good. And yes, I did see that, Kronos.
Of course, we see everything. See everything, hear everything. Yes.
Now, I will say, I'm sorry, Cap.
Go.
I will say, Thomas, that was an interesting idea. That would be an interesting mug to have. Maybe just sitting on the cup, the shelf in the background. Definitely be a discussion piece.
That'd be more of a tabletop mug if you only wanted that on the table.
Right.
Morning, boys.
Good
Well,
morning.
good morning, Rosetta.
Not very together this morning. Well, I did finish quite a few drawings yesterday.
Well, that's good.
I've seen some of your drawings recently.
Mm-hmm.
On Discord.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think on Twitter. Didn't I see him on Twitter? Or was
Some
that
of
somebody
them, yeah.
else's drawing? Okay.
And of course, Carlos has to say, "Hey, subwinch again."
Winch again. I'm not sure what a winch is, but
no.
Is it a winch to a winch? I don't know.
Now that would be an interesting idea as a poster with all the rules on them.
That's a very good idea, Yvette. I don't. Can you get posters made from? Is it Stream Elements? The e-stores.
I know there's got to be an e-store that makes posters, but it would, I don't know if you could do that through Stream Elements or not. It's certainly worth looking into. I know they have like towels and other fabric things that are banners and such. I don't know if they have any that are fabric or paper.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, there are places you can have posters made of almost anything.
But that would be a good one.
And hey, Keely Chow, what's going on today? I don't know what's not knowing everybody's time zone. It's
I'm trying to finish doing the inks on a few drawings before I go do my stream, so I can actually work on some of the color stuff today.
Oh, let's see here. Kronos says, "Oh, that reminds me. I have a turkey I need to make a subwinch out of. Excuse me." And of course, Kronos says hello to Chow, and Keely Chow says hello to Yvette. Kronos, day, night, whatever, exactly. At some point, somewhere around the world, it's day or night.
Yes, indeed.
In most time zones, it's 30 minutes after the hour. I say most because some time zones are weird. So
yeah, I actually know a few people that are in those half-hour time zones. Like, what did their area? I think they're being fancy.
Yes, that's just strange. But hey, that's where the lines are drawn. And Cronus says, "Can you read, Captain Trek?" Yes, I can read most of the time when it makes sense. And so what's going on? I'm sorry, go ahead, Rosetta.
I was just going to say, so about half and half on his comments?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Kronos says, "I wasn't born on leap year." Okay, good for you. I don't know what year you were born.
I think the big thing is if you were born on leap day.
Correct. And you know how many time zones are in Russia? I believe there are 5. There were 8, if I'm not mistaken. There may have been more. I don't remember. And of course, Carla says that Captain Trek, you just need more coffee. Yes, I do.
Oh shoot, that reminds me. I need to get my tea going for my stream.
And Thomas Potts, China has 1 time zone. Ah, yes, and Carla says that was my point. Jeff, leap day. Well, there are 8 time zones now, which means there would have been more before. Lord. That would be. I'm sorry. No, thank you. I think it's bad enough having 4 time zones in the U.S., 5 time zones in Canada. And yes, I'm not including the. Excuse me. I'm not including the time zone for Hawaii because it's not part of the contiguous United States.
Or Alaska, for that matter.
Well, that's right. Shit, I have to include that one. Okay,
Well,
so
they're cut off from the mainland. I mean, we've got Canada in between. Unless we want to take over Canada, which we were just talking about on Discord.
well, there's part of Canada that the Canadians wouldn't mind being taken over. But I don't think the U.S. would want them either.
Probably not.
And Chrono says, is that Tomb Raider?
No. That's just a girl with a tool belt.
That's a tool belt. Okay, I had to magnify it in order to see now. Okay. It was harder to see when it was in a smaller form. Yes, okay.
Little nod to back when I was doing carpentry. Although, to be fair, no construction worker would have her hair loose.
Not as she were saying. Or wanted to keep her hair.
But pictures like this aren't designed to be fully accurate. They're designed to be hot.
If you wanted accurate, you'd go to construction site and take photos and run.
I'm not scared of construction workers. I used to be one.
I'm talking about a guy taking a picture of a female construction worker.
Yeah, that would probably not go over too well.
Did he run?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
Shop bitches tend to be very aggressive because they kind of have to be in the early stages to get put up with the guys then. Because usually it's 1 or 2 women in a shop full of men.
Mm-hmm.
So there's more crap we put up with naturally.
Now, see, I've got the opposite problem. I work mostly with women.
And my husband says at his workplace, most of the female employees do not work the engineering areas. They do not apply for those jobs hardly ever. They apply to be technical writers and management and stuff like that.
Well, in my department, I'm the only male. And we have I think it's somewhere around 32 employees. And how many males are there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But what do you do again?
6. I think there are 7 males out of 32 employees in the building. I work as a librarian.
See, yeah, that is usually a more female job, statistically.
Yes, it is.
Whereas my husband works as an avionic engineer. So for him, most engineers that are into, programming computers, binary and all that stuff, I'm sorry, most of them are male. Most women aren't drawn to the sciences. It's not that they're not available to us. If we want them, we're not drawn to it. We tend to usually be more creative. Despite what all these people say, and the more women in STEM and stuff, it's not a question of the women being kept out. It's most of us don't choose those jobs.
I take it back. There are 9 males.
And I take it that they hire the most qualified people where you work.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the thing I don't like about all the diversity crap. It's like, oh, we got to hire people that fit this thing. Well, why don't you hire the most qualified people first?
Guess what? I got news for you. I worked in a clothing boutique that specialized in female clothes, swimsuits, prom dresses, and stuff like that. We did have a one male who applied for the job there and hired was I would say very obviously a bit feminine, but because of customer comfort, he didn't work at the fitting rooms.
Right.
And he was okay with that. Because he knew a lot of girls are not going to be comfortable with him that close to them changing. I'm sorry, there are some jobs that certain genders should be doing. Especially when it comes to ones like that where there's security issues.
I agree.
If it's about customer comfort, then yes, that would not be the first place to put someone who is male.
He was great we usually kept him in the prom department because he was really good at helping them deck out really frilly outfits. He was good at that. But yeah, it's about, each person, what's their best talent? What are they able to do the best for the customer? What makes the customers most comfortable? God forbid, right?
Oh, yes. God forbid that. We don't want to do that anymore. Of course.
And I know we'd be called sexist for that today, wouldn't we?
Yeah, the world's upside down.
But again, I'm sorry, especially, let's be realistic. While yes, there are female abusers, female rapists, all that. I've dealt with the men's rights stuff my whole life. Statistically, women are less likely to be able to defend themselves than men are. There's a reason women don't want men in certain places in public. Being leery of men who, not because they're trans, but because they're not even really trans. The ones who use that as an excuse to go in female rooms in public, even though they're very clearly dressed as and acting as a man.
Yeah. That would be an issue.
Yeah, it's a big issue. And the thing is that not having a problem with that never had a thing to do with trans. Nobody was sitting at bathroom doors going, can you prove you're actually a woman? Let me see your crotch. Nobody
Yeah.
was doing that.
That would be more than crossing the line. And Thomas Potts says Rosetta is sexist. I don't know about that, but
No. Sexist would be, as any other bigotry, it would be thinking one is superior or inferior. I don't. I just acknowledge that we have differences.
oh my God, Kronos. Says I would be a great lurker at Victoria's Secret changing rooms. Kronos, yes, you probably would. And Yvette is dishing up dinner. Enjoy your dinner.
Yes. Enjoy your dinner.
Thomas Potts says, by saying genders are different makes her sexist. Well, according to the standards of the weirdos, yes, it does.
Not by the actual words. Look, there are physical characteristics that are more prone to some racial groups than others because of how they adapted in the lands that they were living in. That does not make any of them superior or inferior. But let's be honest here. African and Black are actually more likely to develop heart disease. Diabetic issues are more common in European people. That's not racist. That's science. Lactose intolerance are most common in natives and Asians. Because, okay, what did we have for milk in the diet as a native? You going to go milk a bison?
Not really.
How dare you spout these facts?
And that's just it. It's okay. I'm sorry. Statistically, certain foods are eaten more by certain cultures. And that has to do with, A, what their cultural foods were historically and what they developed eating during different times of hardship. I had to come up with a gluten-free version of fried chicken for out of public events in the inner city because they looked at her like a pariah because she couldn't eat it. I'm not kidding. Not at all. So I came up with one I would make her that was actually made with the cornmeal breading.
Mm-hmm.
And she liked it fine, and it made them more comfortable with her. It's okay to acknowledge our cultural differences. As long as you treat people as human with respect.
Trying to understand why anybody would have an issue with what she liked to eat or didn't like to eat or was able to eat or not.
There is a thing, and I've seen it with my family too, where there's attitudes that I get the dirtiest looks because if I go to these events with either my family or in the inner city and stuff, it is almost always potluck stuff because that's how those families and those cultures operate. I have to sit there and basically say no to everything and not eat and eat after because I don't know what ingredients people use, and there's so many things I'm chemically sensitive to or allergic to.
Mm-hmm.
Plus my dietary restrictions from the liver scarring. So I sit there going, no thanks, no thanks. I can't eat that. I look like a snobby bitch, honestly, but it's not something I can control. So there is an amount of that. And my mom laughs at all my sensitivities because I grew up in a very redneck family.
Yeah.
You don't ask questions on mystery meat packages that are given to you. It's food. It's better than starving. That kind of family, you know?
And hello, Jesterson. Let's see here now. interesting. So what are you working on now, Rosetta?
Just different quick sketch anatomy poses for learning pinup work and stuff.
Ah.
The ones I did yesterday, I definitely delved out of the quick sketching and spent some more time on a couple of them. One sec here. And I started during Odin's stream, but I didn't tag him on the finished projects because, yeah. But so I got like this one here. And I'm actually going to do these. The reason I'm doing them on the animation cells instead of thick paper colors is because I'm actually going to try, once I get the scan and the normal printing set, I'm actually going to try to do soft, thin watercolor on this and actually frame it in a glass on both sides picture frame, actually create kind of a sun catcher effect on it. Which I thought sounded fun.
Oh, yeah.
That one I should not show on your air.
And why is that?
Because the one I just skipped is very nipply.
Ah, okay.
She's got about half of each nipple sticking out of her shirt. And then there's that one there. And this one finished last night. And same with that one.
Oh, yes.
So you can see I was going a bit more detailed.
Right.
And let's skip nipples for now. She's not going to be done on any air.
That must be even more revealing than what you showed on Michael T's earlier.
Yes.
Oh, my.
In fact, 1 second, I'll message it to you in a minute. To be fair, there's something I did that's a lot more revealing than even that one. I actually did a drawing based on one of the models for Bondage Shop. And that's all you really need to know about that one to understand why that one's not being shown anywhere.
Oh, right. That makes perfect sense. And good morning, Darius. How are you? Of course, you're welcome to come on, Darius, or Thomas, or the link is pinned to the top of the chat. I am going to probably keep this stream a little shorter than most, but
oh, I'm going to be leaving in a few minutes here to get ready for mine, but I wanted to hang out a little. So, yeah, crap, I need the phone to message that. Oh well, I'll do it in a minute.
So you're going to be going, excuse me, how long is it going to be before you go live?
I usually do mine at 1 p.m. in Central here, so just over an hour.
Okay.
It's my normal time right now.
Right.
That's usually just anywhere from an hour to 4 or 5 hours of just art and BSing.
Of course.
Trying to get a larger panel to hang out with today and just actually catch up with people.
I know you were saying you missed us yesterday on Discord. You put up that message.
Well, that's the thing is that, I don't get to talk and hang out with people very much anymore because I'm always working. And even when I'm on streams, it's usually doing the art streams. And most people don't really go to those that much or hang out on the panels of those as often,
Right.
That's just the statistics of how YouTube is. Well, I have to keep doing them because I've got to keep working on all this. I got way too many projects that I'm working on. But it means a lot of the time I'm off by myself and alone, or just me and Richard. And I miss my friends.
Of course. Of course.
So yeah, it's like I want to get some people in. I want to hang out like we used to.
And yeah, unfortunately, with things up, I will say, unfortunately for the hanging out part, unfortunately with things opening back up, hanging out is going to be a little more difficult. It's good to see, but also kind of sad at the same time.
I still need to get back over to Kansas City to see Chris again soon. I miss him.
Why is that?
Because I actually like him.
Well, I'll have to tell you about something when we're off stream, Rosetta. But
All right.
anyhow, unfortunately, it's God. By the way, Professor, do you know what time Bird is going live since he's not in the chat to annoy?
I don't know. Let me see if I can find out.
Usually,
Let's see if he's set up his stream yet.
Well, if you wanted to tell me something else, probably should find a way to do it soon because I'm going to have to leave in just a few minutes.
oh, trust me, I'm going to be going ahead and I'll be doing that anyhow. Either way, because I remember Bird talked about doing obviously Dear Bob earlier. This was on Michael T's stream.
After I meandered off to bed. For a couple hours at least.
I don't see it set up yet. He's not advertised on Twitter or on Discord yet.
So it's usually what?
It's usually 3 or 4 Central Time.
Right. So that's good to know. Just keep an eye out. Look for the notification. See, check what's coming up. But anyhow, on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and call this a stream. Yeah, I know it was a short one, but I just wanted to come on and just kind of hang out for a little bit. Have a great day. I do want to thank everyone who's been on the panel and who's been in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thank you.